Hello, my name is Amber Harris, and this is my family engagement plan for 2022-2023. And I work at Springville Elementary School, which is located in St. Clair County. Our needs. Springville Elementary School is compiled of many family backgrounds. That includes, I want to say Springville's about 90% Caucasian, about 10% African American or other race. The median income of Springville is about $58,000 with two parent working families, which would be considered middle class. Our school barriers include volunteering, classroom visits, and parent-teacher conferences. In relation to volunteering, we have had a decrease in volunteering because of COVID, and we want to get back to normal, and that's the same thing with classroom visits. Parents were not allowed into the building. They were allowed to come drop stuff off, but they weren't allowed to stay. And then the same thing with parent-teacher conferences. I did most of my parent-teacher conferences via phone because of limited access for parents to the building, except for if they had an IEP and they were allowed to come in. Our family barriers include monetary issues and fundraisers. As we know, at the elementary school level, we collect money for everything. I mean, we have Kona Ice, we have popcorn sales, we have Valentine's sales, and then we have different fundraisers that we do through PTO. And sometimes parents just feel like they can't participate because there's so many things that we're doing. And so those are the family barriers that we have at our school. Some community barriers include inclement weather, internet outages, and positive COVID cases. Our inclement weather is an issue because we are surrounded by so many trees that the power goes out, a tree goes down, and the power goes out. And the same thing with internet outages. They happen quite often, and I was astonished to find out that a lot of kids in our area don't even have internet because some of the areas they live in are very rural, and they just don't have access to internet. And then positive COVID cases. I have had a lot of students that have been out because of COVID, and it normally happens when they sit together in pods. I have a group of 4 students that sit together, and it is inevitable that if one of them catch COVID, that the rest of them will get COVID. Our philosophical foundation. We want to set high expectation for all learners, promote lifelong learning skills, encourage a multitude of learning activities and opportunities so that all students' needs are met. And then we want to sustain student-focused decisions. We want to make the students the center of our classroom and let them know that they are why we are doing what we're doing and that their voices are heard. We just want to promote lifelong learning and lifelong decision-making skills. The model for our family engagement plan is modeled after the Family School Partnership Framework by Joyce Epstein. I felt like it coincided greatly with our family engagement plan and that it met the needs of all of our families. Some components of our family engagement plan include parenting, communication, and volunteering. And, we just want to make sure we promote growth, that we promote two-way communication between the family and the school, and that we allow them to volunteer. And hopefully this school year we'll get back into that because we have been not able to do that for the past 2 years. We want to promote learning at home, decision-making, and collaboration. Sometimes learning at home, I know it's frowned upon, but it can include homework. We give out reading passages, and we just ask that you read with your child 1 minute per day, or just read the whole passage in its entirety so kids can practice those skills that we're working on at school. We want to promote decision-making, and we want to let parents know that they are a part of our decision making here at the school. We want to know what they think and what want to know what's best for their family. And then collaborating with the community. We want to provide resources for our families so that they can have everything that they need to make sure that their child and their family are receiving all the benefits that they can get just to have a successful family. Some family benefits. With our new family engagement plan, we want to make sure that the lines of communication stay open and that we will be more involved with the education of their child. We will be able to meet the needs of each student and their family, okay? Some family engagement activities include orientation, which we do that at the beginning of each school year. We also do meet the teacher night, which is at the beginning of the school year, where students can come in, meet the teacher, drop off their supplies, see what friends that they have in the classroom, and just see people that they haven't seen all summer. A readathon would be a family engagement activity suggestion. A math night. We also do kindergarten roundup at our school, and that's for families and kids that are transitioning from pre-K, that are going to kindergarten to meet the needs of and see the school. And then we also do parent-teacher conferences. We do 2 parent-teacher conferences per year, one in the first semester and one at the second semester, so we can discuss the needs and the progress of each child. Some collaboration. We want to develop a relationship with families that extend beyond the school. We want to allow families to volunteer for school activities, and like I stated before, we want to get back into that. We have not been doing that for about 2 years, and slowly and surely we're going to get back to allowing parents to come into our classrooms. And then we want to provide family engagement activities, and normally that's stuff that we have done at school and that can be extended to home. And then we want to make sure that we're culturally unbiased and meeting the needs of all the students that are in our school. As stated before, some communication include our weekly newsletter, and I do mine hard copy and via email, phone conferences, and then in-person conferences. And then we also want to make sure that we provide a translator if needed. Our timeline for implementation, we want the stuff to go home via report card, social media, and email, and we can do that like a whole group deal. It's like a rote call that goes out to everyone. And then we want to review the questionnaire responses by June 2022 and plan to implement changes by fall of 2022 and full implementation of our family engagement plan by January 2023. This assignment has allowed me to examine my personal practices in my classroom. I'm encouraged. I want to start sharing new ideas with our families and allowing them to come into our classrooms and building to volunteer and just be a part of our school family. I pledge to meet the needs of all of my students and families that are represented in my classroom, and I am more encouraged than ever to do so. At Springville Elementary, we say that we are a school family, and we want parents to think that we want parents to be a part of our school family. Thank you for your time.